Hello everyone, my name is Umu and I'm React to the Case channel creator. Ooh, the shot is slightly tilted, but you know, we're gonna deal with it. Apologies to anyone who has OCD.
Hello everyone, this is Kevin. I'm a pianist from Classical Musicians React.
But anyways, welcome to Kevin's and my on and off Sukhumvit swimming? What's the Hangul? Sukhumvit. Sukhumvit swimming. It's 90 degrees out, so like my brain is fried, and that just fried my brain even more because I suck at language. Apologies. But anyways, yeah, I heard a tiny bit of this. I heard a rad saxophone part, so I'm here for the saxophone and on and off. I've become more and more of a fan of them since their last comeback, and then through marathoning their releases on Road to Kingdom. And if you're wondering if I did react to Road to Kingdom, yes I did. All of my reactions are up on our Patreon, accessible by any tier level. I'm raising funding this year to upgrade equipment since we are going to be filming in a bunch of separate rooms for our main Classical Musicians React series. So I'm going to be having double the upgrade of equipment, which means double the money. So if you're curious about my reactions to On and Off, which basically every single round they've been my favorite of Road to Kingdom, my videos are on Patreon.
3, 2, 1, let's jam. Okay, so we have the distortion followed by a sax.
That is wonderful saxophone writing.
It's reggae. Oh no. Here's the thing though. When reggae is used in K-pop, I don't hate it as much. And this holds true. I really like this. And I usually despise reggae.
Are we at the chorus? Where are we? Wow, nice new synth addition for the post-chorus.
I like the synth blasts. I like the instrumental textures a lot.
I like the main bass synth. Of course, and it goes away. Okay, there we go.
Why is this working? Why is this working? Man. I think most reggae is just too punchy for me.
Do. Oh, we have a new vocal line. Did this happen the last time? The form of the song is nice. Yay, saxophone! The very staccato.
If this is the dance break, which I'm sure it is in the live version, what a grooving section to dance to.
Woo! Kind of reggae-esque for the rap break. That was an interesting choice. Well, it's gonna come back. Yeah, I like that slide up in the melody. Bring it back. Was the AO was in the pre-chorus before, right? For the floor bass drum? Wait, what? Wait. We ended on a Picardy. At the end of their song Moscow, it's like the pure definition of what a Picardy third is, which is ending a full song, a full movement in classical music on a major chord while the rest was in minor. And we had that little voice, the affected voice, and it kind of hit this note right here. 1, 2, 3, which is the major 3.
Huh. So it ends with the same distorted that it started with. Interesting. Definitely not all the elements came together like in a wholesome way as much as I thought. Like there's definitely some stuff that's there just to make an appearance. Like the sax riff, it's cool. And actually no, I think the sax riff was used to its full potential because it was the dance break. But like that little distorted thing at the end, I'm like, okay, so it made an appearance at the beginning and the end, but it could have made itself more known. If you're gonna have it, if you're gonna have all these crazy clashes of genres and styles of production, you gotta make it count. But overall, a really good song.
That was nice. We had so many different motifs come in and out because we had loops, but the loops appeared in sections that I didn't really think they would appear. So like in a way it kind of sewed everything together nicely, but also made me question where we were in the form, which is, it's always nice to be left in a little bit of mystery. I love how it's in the upper range of the sax. That literally. Is anyone here a Pink fan? Because that is the same lick that the synth in Ong Ong, that's what it's called, Ong Ong. It's that little motif that I think shows also up in the vocal part of their pre-chorus. But that's fun. 214, 3, 2, 1. That's insane. That almost sounds a little bit affected because it sounds like the producer took what the saxophone was playing before, a bunch of different notes, right? And then it took those notes and then just arranged that in that rhythm. But it's also, if I don't know, can you double tongue on a saxophone? There's this technique for making really, really fast notes on a brass instrument, which we call double tonguing. Because when we make a note, we go, well, there's a bunch of different sounds we can make, but it goes ta, 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 and when we double tongue, we go tugga, 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 tugga. But I'm not sure, I know on flute it's possible, I'm not sure on reeded woodwinds if that is possible. So either the producer made that little run in post, or the saxophone player is just really freaking good. And they went, which is really, really hard to do. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and zoom Kevin now. Okay, I'm really curious what you thought, because I know in the past reggae hasn't been your favorite.
Oh my gosh, you're going to have so much fun watching my reaction. Because here's the thing, I don't remember all the reggae songs. I know some of them, the reggae K-pop songs, I know some of them weren't my cup of tea, but there have been two instances of reggae that I really like. The first one was that middle part of Twice As Yes or Yes, where it suddenly turns like dee dee da da dee dee dee. I like that. The second one is this song. I really liked it. It was really strange. Yeah, I had a complete existential crisis the entire time. Oh, it was so weird.
That's so funny because when I listened to this the first time, when I preview songs, I usually like jump between section. The first thing I heard was the saxophone, and I was like, okay, I want to react to this. And then I jumped a little further, and I heard, da, 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 and I'm like, okay, that saxophone part made me want to react with Kevin, but I remember he hates reggae. Like, should I risk this by being like, hey, Kevin, react to this with me,
Yep.
Yay! That's so cool. Do you like, are you still like questioning yourself, or do you know like why?
Oh, I know why. I actually mentioned it. I think a lot of mainstream reggae, they make their percussion very piercing and sharp and prominent. And then that response instrument is the boom, and there's the bump. The guitar usually, they make that really prickly as well. And for such a chill vibe genre, that whole thing, it sounds too abrasive. It sounds too harsh for me. On top of that, I feel like the beat itself is kind of a gimmick. And if there's nothing creative being done with it, if it's just going to be like minor key, I think I barely call reggae a genre, because 90% of the time I hear it, especially in a non-K-pop context, it just sounds like a rhythm, It's like why I sometimes roll my eyes on why like people consider trap a genre, and it kind of is. And there's very creative implementations of trap, but it's kind of just a beat as well.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the reason. But in this song, for the attack of everything is very gentle.
It was so nice.
Yes, it's so nice. It fit the vibe.
And then I'm just obsessed with the saxophone. Oh my god.
Yeah, I wish there was more of it. A little bit.
Yeah. It only appeared twice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could have used a little bit
there,
more.
There were a lot of bells
but...
and whistles in this song that I felt like didn't come together as cohesive. Not cohesive. It's very cohesive, but it's not as wholesome. It's not like I don't feel like they were used. You know, sometimes you hear a song and by the end I'm just like, wow, that was an experience. Everything came together at the end and it felt just like a very holistic. Well,
this was just sprinkled throughout and it
this was a little again, I use bells and whistles because it feels a little bells and whistly. It's like, oh, I'm going to tap this one and that makes sense. That one. Yeah, but I mean, I enjoyed everything that was used. The only thing that I might have actually not enjoyed was the anthem, the hey-oh, hey-oh, hey-oh. Yeah. But I mean, I still like the instrumentation below it. There was constantly creative stuff going on. Yeah, in the textures.
Yeah, exactly. In the
mental textures.
Yeah, and the fact that the ayo ayo appeared in the pre-chorus and post-chorus was quite interesting too. I felt like the form was interesting. We had, like you said, lots of sprinkles of things that didn't quite come back, but were interesting themselves, which I think, okay, so when I'm paying attention fully to music, I don't pay attention to the music video at all. It's kind of just like background aesthetic that helps me interpret the music in a certain way. So from what I got from this music video was that it was awesome, but it was telling a story. And so I felt like the little bells and whistles along with it, it wasn't trying to be wholesome in a way. I was trying to say things are happening and it's wild and action-y and we're leaving the ending unfulfilled because there might be a part 2 to the story or something.
All right.
You know, this adventure is not finished.
I feel that. But one of the bells and whistles, like, to be more specific, is, you know, at the beginning, you hear the saxophone, and there was like, or was there, I think there was like this dissonant voice thing that was a couple of times. It was the last thing we heard on the track. But it also appeared at the very beginning, and I don't remember it appearing at any point in the middle. That's like one of those things where, like, if you just used it like a little bit after the verse, it'll make it feel like it's more integral to the structure. You know, I'm all about the structure. I'm all about like, you know, the motifs coming back and stuff. So I was hoping for that a little bit.
Yeah. I told you what you mean. And as we are in summertime, and I'm guessing this is supposed to be like a summertime vibe, chill track. This is definitely one of my favorite summer releases so far because there are certain summer tropes pulled. One of them is being the reggae beat, but I think that it was sprinkled in with so many other intricacies that, you know, were so well done and not usually done this way. That made me appreciate this track a lot. Yeah.
Cool.
All right, yo. Yeah,
big revelation.
I think there are quite a few on and off tracks that we have a vetting process for deciding whether songs should appear on Classical Musicians React or not, just so that like the ending reaction is super positive and that people have a lot of things to say and it isn't boring at all. And so we have quite a few on and off songs that we're running by our musician voting panel. So look forward to On and Off appearing on Classical Musicians React Season 5, which we're preparing for now. And another thing that we're preparing for, if you guys are fans of this channel, is some merchandise. We'll be releasing that October-ish. And so if you're a fan of our channel, or just like classical music and K-pop in general, I hope you're looking forward to it, and we'd love your feedback for this survey that I put in the description. I'm just telling us what you may be interested in getting so we can mark up the prices and make them super cheap and affordable. So would love your feedback for that, and also would just love your opinion on this song, on other summer songs, like what you like about summer songs and stuff like that. I would love to learn from you guys and your tastes.
Yay!
All right, we'll see you guys later.
All right, bye.
Bye.